Everest in 3D, a 2015 2-hour and 2-minute movie. You will get the black bars at the top of the bottom. This is based on a true story, and I think it was John Crocker who wrote a novel called Into Thin Air based on his experience with the group as they were climbing. He was in this, he's mentioned in this movie, and he also wrote the novel Into the Wild. This is based on a true story. It's about a group of hikers, mountain climbers, heading to the summit of all walks of life. There were adventure companies back then in 1996 that would take you up. They were adventure companies like today. You can go on a canoe adventure, whatever. They take you up to Mount Everest. There were several of them back then, and I don't know if the government's cracked down on it since this has happened, but they were even talking, man, it's getting crowded here. You know, we're running so many people up to the summit. This stars Jason Clarke, Josh Brolin, John Hawkins, Robin Wright, Sam Worthington, Emily Watson's in here. So you got some good actors in here. It basically follows two of the hikers and their wives back home when they call before they climb. One of them's pregnant, and she sees him off at the airport, and he talks to her on the phone and stuff. I'm going to give you some spoilers here, so if you don't want any spoilers, go ahead and turn this off. It follows them up to the summit. Now, here's the thing. The first part of the movie is a lot of training going on and getting there to the place and some talking and some base camp to the first camp. You know, you got to do that like 3 times, and it's interesting, and then it kind of drags just a little bit, maybe 20 minutes. You're like, is this gonna pick up? But man, does it pick up. The storm rolls in. They're trying to make it down. Some of them get trapped. They're talking on the radio. Are they gonna make it? Are they not gonna make it? And a real emotional scene in here I'll talk about in a minute, but also when they get to the summit, a real emotional scene, planting flags, and they're dragging some of them up because they want to make it. There's one woman here that climbed 6 summits, and this was her 7th. This is a true story. These are real people. These are real people. And so we're talking about really some people's lives here, and they were lost. And a really emotional part when the dad-to-be is stuck at the top, and they patch him through to his wife back home. And he's basically saying his last words to her. It's really emotional, I'll put it that way. She's pregnant, and they're talking about naming the baby, and tears coming down. It's a real tearjerker, tearjerker. And there's some surprise people. Some people that you didn't think are going to make it will make it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Let's talk about the 3D. 3D is good. 3D is very good. A lot of depth. Some snow blowing scenes, a couple of pop outs, a couple of rocks tumbling down pop out, but that's it. Not a lot of pop outs. Is it essential you watch this in 3D? Not really, but the 3D is good, so good that after a while you don't even think you're looking at 3D. And you really, if you got the 3D capability, you need to watch this in 3D for the scenes across the mountains, the depth down into the crevices, the colors. So the 3D was good. So that's my take on this. I'm going to give this 4.5 stars for the movie itself and 4.0 stars for the 3D. Pick it up. I think you'll enjoy it. You can get it pretty cheap right now, and you can watch it in 2D. It's good. It's good. So what did you think? Did you see it? Leave some comments below. Let me know. Hit like and subscribe. Have a good night, and God bless.